On Friday, Russian President Vladimir Putin arrived in Beijing for the Winter Olympics and a meeting with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. This is Putin's first overseas visit of the year and President Xi's first face-to-face meeting with a world leader in nearly 2 years. Putin hailed Russia's close ties with China, describing it as an example of a dignified friendship in the face of deepening criticism with the West.
As for
our bilateral relations, they are developing in a progressive way with a spirit of friendship and strategic partnership. They have indeed become unprecedented. It's an example of dignified relations who help to mutually develop and support mutual development.
The Russian leader also came with a deal to increase natural gas supplies to China as tensions escalate with the West. For years, Moscow has been strengthening its ties with China, the world's top energy consumer.
Our oil producers prepared a very good solution on hydrocarbon supplies to China for our today's meeting. And we made another step forward in the gas sector. I mean the new deal to supply China with 10 billion cubic meters of natural gas from the Far East.
Russia and China called in a joint statement for NATO, asking the military alliance halt its expansion. Meanwhile, Moscow said it fully supports Beijing's stance on Taiwan, opposing Taiwanese independence in any form. The two world leaders joined forces in criticizing what they said was a negative US influence, both in Europe and in the Indo-Pacific. Currently, Russia and China enjoy the best relations the two countries have seen since the 1950s. The two neighbours share a long border. Most of their bilateral relationship is focused largely on trade. For Russia, China is a top trading partner, a key source of investment in its energy projects. Meanwhile, Moscow is the biggest supplier of weapons to China and also the second largest source of its oil imports. The two leaders have been strengthening ties on other fronts as well. Both Moscow and Beijing have had similar foreign policy approaches. The leaders even share a great personal rapport. Since 2013, the two have met over 30 times, with Xi Jinping calling Putin his best friend. With growing animosity with the West, it looks like Russia and China are moving closer to each other every day. For now, the two leaders are putting up a united front. But how this equation will evolve, only time can tell. Well, our correspondent Patrick Falk has sent us this report from Beijing.
Moscow and Beijing have been getting closer and closer together. They've been cooperating and partnering with one another on a number of things like trade, technology, even military exercises. And the Kremlin said that President Putin was coming here and going to be signing possibly 15 deals with China. They've also been increasingly coordinated in their pushback against the West. And although China is ambivalent about the idea of Russia invading Ukraine, it has shown sympathy towards Moscow over its concerns about NATO. In a conversation that took place between US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi, the Chinese Foreign Minister said to Antony Blinken that those concerns had to be taken seriously. At the same time, though, this is an incredibly important event for China, and many analysts have said that the last thing China would want is for something like Russia invading Ukraine overshadowing the Winter Olympic Games.